Mm-mm, mm-mm. What you doing, D? Chasing off that squirrely girly? There ain't no more nuts out here anyway. Douglas ate all the nuts. He got them all. Early bird gets the nut. Oh. Oh. Oh boy. Here we go. Speak of the devil and he appears. Okay. Come on, D. D, come on. You go inside with Dad. I got Douglas. I got Douglas. Dougie, Dougie, Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. I got the peanut. You know the drill, Dougie. Oh, yeah, I'm excited, man. I am unbelievably stoked. God, Dinor's such on a watch. Dougie! Yeah, dude, I'm getting super stoked. We got travel coming up, got the meetup, got the imminent release of What the Fuck is Twilight. Come on, Dougie. Tynor's looking at me like, you bastard. You filthy son of a bitch. The type of sneak peeks you can reveal. You're not going to need a sneak peek soon. Members and patrons will get the uncensored version, and everybody else will get the censored YouTube version. Dino, go on. Go. Go on. End harvest. You want to go home? All right. Well, go home, dude. You're done. You finished it. Hello, mate. From England. Hello, England. From the United States. From the colonies, sir. There's a big ass owl behind you. Cool. Yeah, we have great horned owls that live in the trees. I don't see any owl, but there might be a little visit from our friend Douglas here soon. Come on, Dougie. Oh, he's coming. D, go on. I want you out. You're not going to sit there and shut down my friendship with Dougie over nothing. Go. Go. Lay down. What are you up to today? I'm just chilling, man. Trying to train this little Douglas squirrel that lives out here to sit on my shoulder and take peanuts from me. I'm getting close. Just chilling in Cedar Rapids. Come on, Dougie. Come on. A peanut. You have a pet dog? I do. Dinor the dog. Can you do bird feeders there? Is that a tract? I don't do bird feeders here. It would be kind of pointless. I live in the middle of a forest, so. Countryside of the States, yeah. I was born out in the middle of nowhere in California in the Central Valley, and then now I live kind of out in the middle of nowhere in Washington State. I like the middle of nowhere. Come on, Dougie. Come on, baby boy. Oh, man, I say baby boy, and Dinor looks at me. Oh, you find it at night must be scary. No, I love it at night here. The woods are just so quiet and still at night. I respect the very few people who are just here to chat with their viewers. Yeah. Yeah. Reddit in person. Come on, buddy. There ain't a single Reddit moderator that slings dick as good as I do. Let's be fucking frank about it. I'm a real cocksman. Real big tallywhacker. Lanked and girt. Anybody know what that's from? Dude, if you can tell me what that's from, I'll give you a peanut. Squirrely girly, you gonna come up? Since Dougie don't want to? I'll give you one, squirrely girly. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna be brave? It's gonna be you, Dougie. Well, looks like it might be. Oh, he's gonna chase off Squirrely Girly first. Squirrely Girly gonna go the roundabout way. I'm sorry, I'm in squirrel mode. Hi, my name is Max. Why did you pick a username that looks like you had a stroke and twitched all over your fucking keyboard and shit and passed out? I don't get it. Like, that's like bot behavior. Why would you pick such a name? Oh my god, Dinor. IDK. It's fucking retarded. IDK doesn't pass it off, bro. Is that like the Gen Z stare? Could I have my iPad, please? It's fucked up, bro. All right, D. All right. Listen. You won me over. Come on. Come chase squirrels for a while. They like it. They're not bothered by you. You're too slow and too loud to get them. I'm too slow and too loud. Cannot get them. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Wish I could win you over. To what end? Add a Q&A sticker. Planner or spontaneous? Planner or spontaneous? I'm spontaneous. Can I drag that? Can I put this in a different place on my screen? Yeah. Planner or spontaneous? I think I'm more spontaneous, personally. More spontaneous than a planner. What about you, Daddy? Are you a planner or are you spontaneous?
Not very spontaneous. I'm more of a
You're a planner.
calculated planner, yeah.
Yeah. You're a planner. I guess we'll see soon what everybody else is. Let me see how this works. If I drag it there, that does nothing. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, ducky. Oh, here comes Dinor. Never mind. Dinor has learned that that sound means squirrel. He's on full patrol. Here comes Doug, and he's going to chase Doug off. Yeah. See what I mean? I can't win for losing. I'm trying to train this squirrel. Plans make my anxiety to go up. Mine too. When you plan something, there's so many things that could go wrong. When you fly by the seat of your pants, it works out just the way it should. Seat of your pants crew. I tend to be more spontaneous, but I probably should be more of a planner. I try and plan more. But, yeah, I'm more spontaneous, I think. I look good today. Thanks. Yeah, I do. You're right. I do look really good today. That's so correct. They're right. I mean, when they're right, Dad. I'm a hot tamale. I don't know what to tell you. I'm aging like a fine wine. The older I get, the better I look, man. I wish I could have flipped that. I wish I could have been hot like in high school and in my 20s where that shit mattered. No, it don't matter. Taking... Oh, get out of here. That's disgusting. That's disgusting what you just said. And I will not repeat it. My father is sitting here. You understand? You dirty, filthy scum. They are, man. Some of these people are like they were raised by fucking cavemen or something.
Well, how bad can it be? I'm over here clutching my pearls.
They're feral. That one, it made me feel sick in my stomach. And it, like, I've heard all the filth. What happens? Who said something wrong? Somebody that got banned for it. My mods banned it. And good riddance to bad rubbish is what I say. I don't need to be thinking about what he said right now. Okay? Really not ever, but certainly not right now. I've had enough. I've done enough. I've said enough. Make Dad a moderator? I did. He came in, announced himself in chat. I made him prove that it was him, and then I made him a mod so that I can know that when he's in there, I'll see him better. So, already on it. Already on top of that. That's a late-ass cock-a-doodle-doo. It's 3 in the afternoon, and that dude just cock-a-doodle-dooed. What the fuck?
It's a late riser.
Yeah, what the hell? It's my kind of rooster. Sleeps in till 3.
What the hell are chickens doing in town?
I mean, we're not in town. We're out here in the middle of nowhere, Dad. This is county land right here. We got chickens. Where are you at? Oh, I'm in England. I'm in the colonies. You know how to make an Englishman shit? Put a portrait of George Washington in the bathroom. You know what I'm talking about? It's true. They still to this day they fear that big freak. He was a big freak too. It was at a time when like the top, guys were like 5'7", maybe 5'8". He was like 6'5". He's huge.
Didn't he have wooden teeth?
They said that's a myth. He actually had donkey teeth and slave teeth in his mouth. Yeah. They made him some really whack-ass dentures out of donkey teeth and slave teeth. I shit you not. Yeah. 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 And British people, they still to this day, they don't even like to hear the name Washington. He didn't have no porcelain teeth. You're kidding. He had donkey teeth. Yeah, Shane Gillis did do a bit on George Washington being a big gangly freak that chased the Brits off the continent. God bless Trump and Great Britain.
I didn't know you had any MAGA people.
I mean, this would be Braga. This is a British guy that's MAGA. I don't know how that works, but good on you, buddy. I'm not really the British girl like the internet says British is. What does the internet say British is? Like you're not a strumpet? Or a chimney sweep? Chimney, chimney. Oi there, love. Spare a cuppa. Something like that. You're not that. I don't know, man. Every Brit person, I've met a lot of Brits. In my strange life, I've met a lot of Brits. And every last one of them was a chimney sweep. Oi, governor. I can't deal with that shit, bro. There are accents here in the United States I can't deal with. There's some harsh-ass accents here. Boston. Get in the car. Come down to the harbor with me. Come down to the harbor in the car. I would die living in that area, bro. I couldn't do it. I like a country accent, though. I like a way out west. There's an open prairie waiting for me. That type of accent is pretty good. I don't know what is the main accent. I don't even know. I wouldn't even be able to place it. Probably something like Canadian, huh? Hey there. What's going on? What's this about? Apparently Boston's the stereotypical American accent. No. Nuh-uh. That's California, okay? The generalized California accent is the one that most people think of when they think of an American accent. It's just the truth. That's because California runs the world. A lot of people don't know this. Some people do. I'm going to be one of them. So Valley Girl, not really. Like my accent. My typical California boy accent. Doesn't sound like anything. I might say things that like are more colloquial on the West Coast than the East. I might say like, I don't know, I can't even think of one now. Back in the day, there would have been different things that people were saying, but now that everything's media accent, maybe, I don't know. This is how I talk outside of the media, though. California is the worst. I call it influencer tone. Yeah, there are a lot of influencers. I'm not one of those. I'm too low on the totem pole to influence shit. I like it that way too. 'Cause I can just fling shit up, you know. When I travel, I internationally, everyone says I have a Texas accent. Transatlantic is best. That is an old accent. That is true. That, it's like I think of it like an old 40s or 30s radio announcer. Hear ye, hear ye. The Germans have stormed France. France stands alone in Europe against the Nazi menace. There were dudes walking around talking like that. Hey there, friend. Howdy doody. Do your best Irish accent. Oh, faith and begorra. I need a shot of whiskey, I do, or else I may pass away. Lord, forgive me. Saint Patty chased the snakes out of Ireland. And he did so with a shillelagh, a big shillelagh made of boxwood. I do pretty good. I got a pretty good stereotypical Irish accent. And I do a Texas accent. Well, howdy there, folks. We all pretend we hate gay people, but we're over in the gay bars at night cheating on our wives with hot men. What's going on there? Like my tight jeans? Yeehaw. There you go. Oh, Dinor didn't even see that shit. Yeah, see? Fuck. I gotta get a new word. You're so funny. I hate to do this to you, but you're going to need to put an apostrophe R-E on the end of that. What you wanted to say was you're. You're so funny. You're so funny would imply that I owned so funny. Like your house, your car, your stupid ass dunderhead that can't read, etc. And then you say you're. You say you're. I'm sorry, I'm a stickler. I see it way too much. I learned that shit in the 3rd grade. I really did. They drilled that shit into me, and since the 3rd grade, you're never gonna catch me saying, "Oh, you're pretty today." You know, I mean, it's not gonna be that. You're okay. There's also a one with there, and there. You know that one? There, T-H-E-I-R. There, T-H-E-R-E. And there, T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E. Those are interchangeable to some of these dunderheads, Dad. Interchangeable. Do you own guns? Shh. We don't talk about those things. Shh. You're a big pretty boy? I can tell you this. I'm not pretty. For a fact. Okay, I'm one of the few men that knows that for an absolute fact.
You must have a filter on.
No, I don't. I could put one on. I'll put one on. Now the automatic retouch is on. It doesn't make me look any better. So I'm going to take it off.
Can't improve on perfection, right?
Yeah. I'm already too hot as it is. I'd kiss your pretty face, fella.
So a guy?
It sounds like a guy. You look really well put together. Might be the colors you're wearing. Haircut, maybe. I don't know, but you look awesome. Cool. I try really hard. You should see how much I fuss. It's constant. Constant preening and grooming myself to look good. Anyone would kiss that face. I do have pinchable cheeks. I'll admit it. This deep ass fold right here just makes people want to pinch your little cheeks. I got pinchable cheeks on the back of me too, if you know what I'm talking about. 2 little eggs and a hanky back there. Back and crack. Paul with round glasses would be fire. I like these glasses. These are my glasses.
Yeah, round.
Oh, you got round? All right, let's trade. Let's see if it looks good.
So.
Yeah, well, so are mine. Let's see who's blind, or me or you. Actually, we're not that far. So this is Paul with round glasses.
You look smarter.
Do I look smarter? Is it better? Fire. There you go.
Harry Potter.
But we're actually not that far apart. Like, I could see through your glasses.
The prescriptions are similar, aren't they?
Yeah. We're going blind in the same way. That's good. Good to know. I can just steal your glasses when you go up a prescription or whatever. Just give them to me. Pass them on down to me. So I'll be there soon. I like these. I thought these looked good on you too, Dad. Little horn rim. Little, what do they call it? Metrosexual style. When I shaved, everybody said I looked like a lesbian. I think they were right. I looked a little lesbianic. Now I got the hair back, though. I think I'm going to keep it, like, short. I'm going to let it grow out to the length of my sideburns. I'm just going to kind of keep it there. I'm going to try at least, see what happens. Because this looks like rugged, you know what I mean? It looks devil-may care. Yeah. Looks like a dude that has a motorcycle. Or a cowboy hat tucked away somewhere. Or like an old grenade that his grandpa brought back from World War II or some shit. You know what I mean? It's a good look. It's a vibe. Yeah, it's a vibe. Yeah, it's a good vibe. That's true. And then the big bushy beard gets you looked at like an idiot. It really does. People treat you like you're part retarded. Oh, aren't you sweet with your big beard? Nobody takes you serious. You know what? Shave that face, grow a little stubble. Now everybody's taking me real serious. I see respect in people's eyes out in public, not pity. Respect. You'd be Santa? I am Santa. What's the solution to America's addiction and homelessness crisis? Reopen the asylums, reopen the drug treatment programs, and fund the homeless shelters. And yeah, there you go. I mean, ultimately, the answer is money. You want to blend it down. We got to spend money to help these people that end up on the street crazy, out of their mind, on drugs, or just indigent or otherwise. It's going to take money to fix the problem. And who wants to open up their wallet? You? Me? I'd rather not. I mean, I'll pay my taxes, but I'd rather, you take my chunk out of that. Maybe take the chunk that was going to go to Ukraine and Israel and put it towards the homeless. Put my chunk towards the homeless. That would be cool. They let us vote on that. Where should your taxes go? Check the 5 things that matter to you. and your taxes have got to go to those things. I wonder how many people would check Israel or Ukraine. Probably not many, especially if the other shit on the list was like free healthcare, free college, clean up my city and make it look like a modern city, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Increase the education quality in my area, make sure my kid gets a better chance. I think that's what people would check. Make my rent lower, make my groceries a little cheaper. That's what they'd check. I don't think they'd check, give all my money to Ukraine. I would like to buy 2 missiles with my money, please. No. That's functionally what happens, though. Somebody pays taxes, and it pays for 1/4 of a missile for Ukraine. And that's what their contribution to society was for that year. They paid their taxes. Ukraine got half a missile. And that entire human life, that's what it meant. 1 bomb to be dropped on somebody else and kill a bunch of people. It's fucked. Nobody would vote for that. We don't get to decide where those things are distributed, though, do we? In Denmark, people's tax returns / pay stubs have pie charts showing where the individual's money went.
I'd like to see that.
Wouldn't that be nice? As a something that the government has to provide you.
Yeah.
Here's where your money went. Yeah, Paul, but the tax money also gets spent on little tiny safety nets, so we just have to accept the butt fucking. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. We've got a tiny little safety net, bunch of rips and holes in it, and people are falling through it left and right, but yeah, at least we got that. At least it's funded for another, 6-8 days? We'll be all right. It's cool. Never mind the fact that my generation, all right, we had the first batch of kids, my generation X. We had the first batch of kids that are going to do worse than their parents did economically and socially. You know how that idea that like all parents want their kids to do a little better than they had it? That's flipped now. My generation's kids are going to be worse off than my generation was. And that generation is having kids now. The millennials are having kids. So it sucks. I've decided something after that debate I did. Never again. I dipped my toe into making a lesser of two evils argument for an audience, and it felt gross, even though I was honest. That's why I did what, we went on the same show, and that's why I did what I did. I refused to, cleave to the typical arguments, and I just wanted to pick the dude's brain about Orthodox Christianity and how he thought it could rule the world, how he thought that, the government would be better structured underneath that. And I found out more, I think, from him by just being humble and honest about what I know and don't know, what I can prove and can't prove, what I can quote and can't quote, right? I think I got more out of him by doing that than by cleaving to some structured argument about atheism and quoting him parts of the Bible that don't add up and shit. I could have done that. I've done it a bunch, but I'm kind of bored of it. It doesn't change any minds. I can't think of one person that was like, hey, Paul, when you picked apart and told me that one Bible verse that seems to contradict that other one, I became an atheist. Never once. That's the point, then. I mean, I wouldn't drop my religion over such a triviality, so why would I expect somebody else to? We did make the argument from the standpoint of she's better than Trump, not actually good in her own right, but I feel like that neutered the argument. It did, because it's like a pointless endeavor. Would she have been theoretically better than Trump? Would she have done less crazy shit than Trump? Yeah, you can die on that hill if you want. But if you think that she would have flipped it around and everything would be hunky-dory now, you're full of shit. So we had two choices between two pieces of dog shit, One of them was fresh and one of them was stale. I don't know. How do you pick? Which one would you rather eat? I chose neither, but I'm feeling a little hungry because of that. My grandma never became an atheist, but calling out Bible verses and hypocrisy about them made her support me being a lesbian. Okay. Well, sure. Maybe it's worthwhile in that, but that's more of a conversation. Coming to an understanding is different than going like, this can't be right because the Bible says this also, and this historical timeline makes no sense, and this is bullshit, and this part, and the talking donkey, talking snake. I've done it. How big was this ark? What were they feeding the lions on the ark? Lions eat animals, so how many animals do they bring to feed the lions on top of everything? You know what I mean? I could do that all day. We could do it. Do you think at the end of that, somebody's going to go, you know what? My religion is wrong. No. So, Figure you plant, what is it? You catch more flies with honey, or it's better to plant a seed than it is to try and install a new tree into someone. You know what I mean? So maybe just by being, because one of the things that guy that I debated said, he said, you're not like a typical atheist. You're not talking down to me, and I don't have to talk down to you as a result. Maybe you can. Maybe I was able to get closer to something that made him think than if I'd have come out the gate hot, and started calling him names and started demeaning and blaspheming his religion. Instead, I showed a little bit of respect for that, and maybe I got a little closer to an argument with him. You know what I mean? That actually made him think. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever hear that from him, but you never know. Why does YouTube keep unsubbing me? I don't know, dude. But you should complain. It was a decent convo. Yeah, people liked it. People enjoyed it. Have you gotten Doug to eat from your shoulder yet? No. Dinor prevents me today. I think I would have gotten him to come up on me again today, but Dinor chased him off. Describe your debating style method in a sentence or less. Listen. How about a word? Listen. That's the best thing you can do in a debate. Sometimes it's like you give somebody enough rope to hang themselves. And I'm real bad at it too. I'm real bad at taking my own advice. I like to jump in the middle of it, correct somebody mid-sentence. But if you just sit back and let somebody talk, the holes in their argument become apparent. It's a superpower. Listening. Also works in just like making friends, getting jobs, getting relationships. Believe it or not, women like you to be interested in them. They want somebody to listen to them and to understand them. Isn't that weird? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna call him. Dougie. Come on, Doug. Oh, Dinor's already looking. Never mind. All right, it's too cold. I'm ending this. Goodbye.